Hi everyone, Cendril here, and welcome to Children of Zodiarcs. Hopefully all of you can hear me okay. I did a little bit of testing beforehand of this, but it could still be a little too loud. We'll see. Anyway, this is a game that just came out a few days ago, 3 days ago. A game I have looked at for about a month and a half after a friend told me about it. Super excited for this game. I've played a little bit already, but I'm going to start a new game, and we're going to see how far we get basically in 3 hours. And you can take a look at the game for yourself and see if it's something you want to pick up. This is done by Cardboard Utopia. I bought the game, so I didn't get a key or anything for this one. I like to say that up front when I do get a key, but I bought this one, and we're just going to jump in real quick while I have people here. If somebody that's here wouldn't mind talking in chat, because the screen's large, so I can't do what I've been doing for the past few games I've played on stream. I'm using my tablet as chat again, so I just want to make sure that I can see what people are typing. My good friend Fade Dragon Tier on his more gaming channel, Faderade, which I'll put a link. Hopefully I remember to put a link below, or if you're here in chat, he can feel free to go ahead and link that if he wants to. I saw that he did this yesterday, 2 days ago, did a first impression stream on Children of the Zodiarcs, and he's here. Those of you that don't know, a long time ago, I've known Fade for a few years now, and when I was a small channel, he reached out to me for Breath of Fire, because I was playing Breath of Fire at the time, and he's been a great source of information. He's been on YouTube for a while. He has been really great to me with information, ideas. He's just been a great friend, and like I said, just a great source of inspiration, ideas for YouTube. So I'm really glad to see him here, and I figured, hey, I'd plug his first impressions while I'm at it, because he's a really good guy, and he's been really nice to me when I was super small channel. Sorry, still fighting the cough. But let's jump into the game. And there is normal and hard. Normal says enemies are tough, but you can be tougher. This difficulty is for players that want to play the game the way it was meant to be played. Then there's hard. Put your mastery of tactics, cards, and dice to the test. This difficulty is for hardened players who eat grid-based combat for breakfast. Now, I love grid-based combat games a lot, but I'm just going to play the game on normal for this, and we'll take a look at it from the difficulty that probably a lot of people will be playing it on. I've played the first 4 or 5 story battles, and we get opening. What is a Zodiarc? To some, a technological miracle, a source of limitless energy, a pathway to hidden knowledge. To others, an infinitely corrupting influence, an alien parasite, a weapon. The Zodiarcs were gifts from the heralds, who came to Loomis over 1,000 years ago from a dark and dying world. The Zodiarcs brought incredible changes to the world. They provided a way to manifest human will into physical reality. An age of incredible wonders followed. An age that ended in a terrible war. From the ashes of that glorious age, new societies rose, and much of the past was forgotten. The world found a simple peace. Over the centuries, fragments of the past were uncovered, including the history of the mysterious Zodiarcs. Wise men found Zodiarc relics and, in time, rediscovered their purpose. A new Zodiarc age had begun. Deep inside the nobles district of the ancient city of Taurus, a band of thieves make a daring incursion into the private chambers of a wealthy Tauran merchant. Even this be the best resistance the mighty Tauran City Guard has to offer, I might just steal all your precious relics. To think you weaklings is what pass for law and order. Even I was a noble with you protecting me, I'd be quivering in my gold-threaded slippers. Victory conditions: ransack the noble's tower. Defeat conditions: Zershov, that guy with the big mace, is defeated. More like a, what's the, Japanese, the name is leaving me, of what this weapon is. I'm sure it'll come to me. Welcome to Children of the Zodiarcs. As a few people in chat have already pointed out, Zodiarc is an odd word. I get they wanted to we'll see if maybe they wanted to tie it into like Zodiac, but didn't want to say Zodiarc, say Zodiac. So they changed it a little bit. It's Kanabo. It's a Kanabo. Sorry, it just it's an or a Tetsubo. I believe that's right. That samurai would use. Anyway, that's what it sounds like to me. They didn't want to use Zodiac, so they changed it up a little bit. Sometimes I still find myself wanting to say Zodiac when I was like reading the text to myself. This is grid turn-based combat. If you've played Final Fantasy Tactics, if you've played to a smaller extent like an Advance Wars or a Fire Emblem, you know how this type of combat works. You select a unit, choose where you want to go, and that is where they will move to. You can move anywhere in the blue, the blue squares that are lit up. A unit's movement stat, they have a movement stat, will determine how far they can move. Since we're not in range, we'll just defend. This guard's going to freak out. Stop! Thief! Help! It's a break-in! Help! Stop, thief! Those are your last words? Come on, man. You really want that on your tombstone? I thought you guards were all about honor and guts. Give me your best shot, guard dog. Let's see what you're made of. In Children of the Zodiarcs, you play your abilities as cards that's one of the things I love about this game already. Because I like card games. Here, your cards will determine the abilities you have at your disposal at any given time. You'll have a hand of abilities, and you choose what you're going to use. You will have a deck, and we'll get into that in just a little bit. As you see, this being the tutorial, Zerchov has 2 cards in his hand, and they're both the same. We're going to move up to the guard from the side and attack him. On the card, you can see the name. It has a really cool picture, crashing down, and he's literally swinging the club down so it fits. The pictures will fit what the ability is named, which I really like so far. So you see, crashing down is Zerchov crashing down with his Tetsubo. The 8 that you see below the sword is the attack power of the card. Added with adding in attack power, enemy's defense, etc., you will get to see kind of Fire Emblem style. Well, let me go over to the enemy. You will see the damage you can do from 4 to 16. I know that's a really large spread. You'll see why. And how much damage the enemy is going to do counterattacking you, because they get to counterattack. Again, Final Fantasy Tactics, Fire Emblem, grid turn-based style combat. So we're going to attack him. After you play the card, you choose your ability, you throw dice every time you play a card. Depending on what you roll, the outcome will be different. Now, you can use either mouse and keyboard or Wired 360 controller. I'm using a Wired 360 controller. So I'm going to hold A to hold the dice, and then you move it around and throw the dice. Every dice on the table counts toward the card that's being played. So I take the dice, give them a toss, and different things will show up on the dice. Each dice symbol affects the card. Every shard that's rolled will increase the strength of the card by 1. If it's a healing spell, it'll increase how much you get healed by 1 for every shard. If you roll a heart, your character will get 5 HP back. And there are different symbols. We'll be going more into next battle, or just a little later, actually. You can re-roll 2 dice per roll. So after you roll the dice, you can choose 2 and re-roll them. Be careful, because you can, just like in real life, knock dice over and change what they're rolled. What's rolled on dice that are already rolled. So be careful. So you can see right below the die that's highlighted, you can see what is on the dice. So these are 6-sided dice. So on this die, for example, there are 2 shard times 3, basically 3 shard faces, 2 1-shard faces, and 2 hearts. I love that they show you what's on the die, so you can decide which dies you really want to re-roll. Since this is only 1 shard, I'm going to go ahead and re-roll it to show you. So you just click on the die, and you see it remaining 1 of 2, and I click re-roll. And we can roll the die. And I got a 1 shard again. That's fine. So it was 4 to 12 damage, right? Well, that's because of what we could roll. Also, when you, or 4 to 16. Because if that last shard would have been a 3, that'd be 16 damage. You see that the 3 shards, we rolled 3 of them, we got 9 extra damage out of that. And then the extra 1 shard on the last die gives us 10 extra damage. So you have some RNG with it, with the die roll, but you get a reroll. And you can also choose dice later if you're worried about the RNG immediately. I want to assure you that it's not as bad as you may initially think. If you have bad luck with die rolls, sometimes I do. There's they have ways to help that, which I really like. So we're gonna accept this, and you take 14. Dead. What's going on here? Oh, this guy's more heavily armored. Intruder! Robbery in progress! And he's not as as scared. Don't they teach you dogs snappy lines to intimidate people with? Honestly, you guys need to work on technique. Gotta at least try to sound threatening. That heavy armor. It's gonna take a new tactic to get through to you. My skewer attack should get the point across. Ah, get it? Here are the camera controls. So you can see how far the enemy can move. He moves 4. I think I can get him to come to me. I can. +4 defense because he guarded. Skewer. You see that this card has a star on it. It also has some additional pluses with the star there. Well, let's see what that's about. We do 0 to 10 damage. And he counterattacks with 4. That's because he has so much defense right now. And he only has 8 HP. Those 2 pluses on the card means we get 2 extra dice. And that they have stars on them. The card has that star 1 pierce armor, which means if we roll at least 1 star, we get that effect, a pierce armor effect. Should be useful on a guy in heavy armor. So let's roll all these dice. See what we get. There's the 1 star for the pierce armor. You see these dice have 4 stars and then 2 blank sides. We don't need the HP because we're at full, so we will re-roll that. And we'll re-roll this. Hopefully we'll get a 3. There we go. With the pierce armor and the 10 attack power from what we rolled really well. Got a lot of the 3 shards. 8 damage, and he goes away. And we draw a card. For the purposes of this tutorial. You don't have a helmet on. You are slightly above generic mook. Chief Justice Ribbon. Think you're so tough? You're nothing but a thug. Know your place. This is the Nobles District. Your kind are not worthy to sully its floors. Guards, spread out and do not let this gutter scum leave the room alive. That's more like it. This guy's got some swagger. And he's brought me the kind of challenge I could sink my teeth into. Oh, and another person from behind, another heavy armored guy. Victory conditions. Defeat Chief Justice Ribbon. If Zodiarcs is defeated, we lose. We have another skewer. 0 to 12 damage. He doesn't have that extra defense from guarding. We'll see if we can't get rid of him. Roll the dice. Got the star we needed. 7 damage. So close. Let's re-roll this die and hopefully get a shard. Ah, rolled a heart. Darn. Take 7. He gets his counterattack, which we saw was 4 damage. I'm moving the D-pad. I'm using the D-pad. You can also use the control stick. But yeah, you move the control stick around to like get some momentum, and then you let go of the button whenever you're ready to throw the dice. Didn't get that guy, sadly. Because of the heavy armor, and you see the enemies rolled dice as well. So instead of getting 4 damage, we only took 3. Unfortunately, our counterattack doesn't do anything because all the heavy armor. Now that I have everyone's attention, where is that Nami?
Oh, thank goodness you're here. There's a madman in this area. I'm so glad you've come to save me.
Huh? Excuse me, miss. What'd you say your name? Wait a minute. Did you just come in through the window? Huh? It's her! The Ebony Flame is here!
Dang, guess I just can't pull off sweet and innocent. All right, doggy, we'll do this your way.
And we get a new character. If either of our characters are defeated, we lose. This is on PC. It's on Steam. I looked for it last night on PS4 and I didn't see it. I think it's just on PC. For now, anyway. Zero to 4 because we need a skewer to really do some damage. We only need to do 1 HP, but we'd have to roll decently well. As you can see here, yeah, bluff check fail. That's exactly what that was. Did you just come in through the window? If you hit an enemy from behind, it's a backstab. There is no counterattack. Enemies don't get a counterattack if you hit them from behind. That's the bonus you get. In some games, you do more damage, you have a higher hit percentage. In this game, no counterattack. 4 to 16, depending on what we roll. Nine damage, so still alive, but we rolled a heart. I'm going to re-roll these 2 crystals and see what we get. These 2 shards. Shard got an extra heart, so 1 less damage, but we heal 5 more HP. Take 8. Yes, that also means if you get hit from behind, you don't counterattack. So that's why facing matters. Here we have Nami. She has just 1 type of attack right now. Blitz. It has 11 attack power on it. It also has 2 shield dice, and we'll get over how that works. She does 10 to 12, depending on what we roll, and we'll take 0 to 4 counterattack damage. Let's roll the dice. 1 shield. Ugh. Didn't roll well. Reroll the blanks. Okay. The shield on the die makes you take 1 less damage when you're counterattacked. So instead of taking 4 damage on a counterattack, Nami just takes 2. Pretty helpful. So if you can't kill the enemy, shields could be useful so you don't take as much damage back. Oh, they added in a fast forward. That's useful. So he hits Nami for 4, but then she counterattacks him and gets rid of him. Oh, he got the shard, so we take an extra 1. And still counterattack for 0 because heavy armor. And he's going to hit us from behind with lawful sword, so we don't get to counterattack and kill him.
It's all fun and games until someone gets stabbed in the back. Let's get this over with.
Backstab and facing direction. This is what I already went over. Backstab inflicts more damage. Oh, I forgot about the more damage part. And cannot be counterattacked. You do a little more damage. I'm not seeing a ton more damage with backstab yet, but you get a little more apparently. The main thing for me is that you can't be counterattacked. They are performed when using physical attacks directly behind the target, not from the sides, just directly behind. Choose wisely when picking the direction you're facing at the end of your turn. Okay. Yeah, we'll get rid of you. You're dead. See if we can roll some hearts for health. Yeah, there we go. We'll take that. And attack from behind. 12 to 14 damage, which means you're done. No matter what we roll. Still, we get the overkill with two extra shards. You see, Nami's dice have 3 shields and 3 shards for this. So dice can have a whole bunch of different faces on them, as you'll see after this initial tutorial battle. You'll pay for this. Justice will be served. And the other generic guy gets beaten up off screen. Alright, Nami. Pester, you could come in now. Holy crap! We mopped the floor with them. The bony hand of fate wasn't kind to the nobles district today.
We? Glad you can make it, Pester. Don't know what we would have done without you.
Wouldn't be cracking open any safes, that's for sure. Alright, quit acting like children. You know the plan. The 2 of you can take it from here. I'll lead the rest of these chumps off. Remember, Nami, they took away our lives, but they can't ever steal our fight. That fight is who you are. Bring me that relic. Victory! Fight is over. For now. At the end of fights, you can get dice. And it's RNG. This is where the RNG, drop system kind of comes in. You can see this dice has 2 shards, 3 shields, and a die face we've not seen before. It says +1. It looks like it has cards on it. What that is if you roll that, you get to draw a card after the attack. Welcome to Act 1, Children's Stories. all we can do right now is look at our characters. We can see Nami and the dice she has equipped right now. So those are the dice she has. And we can see Pester and the dice that he has. You can press back. Something I really love about the game so far is I've been able to get like a lot of help from the game itself. Like I'm talking about help menus. There's been a lot of that. And the game doesn't force it on you except like the tutorial stuff you saw, but if you want additional information, there are a lot of menus you can pull up. And I really like that. I like the chance to be able to do that. Level in EXP, just like a lot of these games, 100 EXP gets you a new level. When you level up, you can get new dice slots. You can see that there are 4 that are locked, where we can equip more dice. Also, when you level up, your stats go up. Attack, defense, magic attack, magic defense. Counterattack, I believe it is. Yeah, counterattack. And I haven't seen movement go up yet, but like attack, defense, you get more HP. Also, when you level up, cards can level up and become better, which I really like that. So just because you see this card as it is now, that doesn't mean how it's going to stay. It will gain levels, gain more attack power, maybe even gain some new abilities. That's all we can do in the menu for now. More options will unlock as we go a little further. Also, in between missions, you can get these little extra story, optional story things you can watch. They're called Moments of Quiet. Tell me your story.
I sing for the mountain, I sing for the sky. I sing for the eagle flying so high. I sing for the river, I sing for the sea. I sing for my people. Who sings for me? I won't forget you, Mama. I promise.
That moment right there, I was immediately drawn into Nami's character. Like, the beginning quip she had with the guard was great, but right there, after I saw that, I immediately wanted to know more about Nami's character. Like, that was extremely well placed right here at the beginning, to me, by Cardboard Utopia, who developed the game. I'm immediately intrigued. Just those few sentences, like I'm already drawn in. And I think that was great. No more moments of quiet. You'll see the moment of quiet will have the dots above the character. So we will go ahead and move on to the next story mission. Let's fight.
This luck is taking too long. You done there, Pester? You can't rush an artist, Nami. This is a level 3 multi-set model. And I've almost got it. Well, speed it up, or we're gonna have to fight our way out of here. I think Searchoff said this was Lord Alex Pedno's residence. That guy's a real jerk about security. Well, just a jerk in general, actually. I'm glad we're ripping him off. Alright, it's open. Let's get back to the shambles. Why do these dang relics have to be so heavy? What is this piece of junk anyway? That piece of junk is a 1,000-year-old Zodiarc relic called the Arch Compass. They say the heralds used these things to travel between the worlds before the Age of Apex. Whatever that means. Anyway, it's what the boss wanted, so I'm satisfied. Let's bag it up and get out of here.
Well, that's a problem.
Stop where you are, thieves! On account of your young age, I promise to show mercy if you put down your weapon and hand over that relic.
You look like you have a really fancy spear.
This guy, what a pain. We've been through all this before, Argon. I'll never surrender to the nobles, or their guard dogs. You want this relic so bad? Come and get it. Right you are, Ebony Flame. We are born to our roles as a tiger is to his stripes. I am master of the guard, sworn to defend the people and prosperity of Taurus. You are a child of the shambles, born in squalor and raised to be a thief and a murderer.
My lord, a huge thug armed with a club is decimating our troops. Do not concern yourselves with these children. I'll dispose of the Ebony Flame, for the glory of the guard!
Very well, Chief Justice. It gives me no pleasure to see you put down Ebony Flame, but alas, the rules of our world have already decreed your fate. There can be no pardon for outlaws.
Guards! The Ebony Flame aims to escape into the walls like a rat. Cut off her escape!
Nami? I think we're surrounded. Are we really gonna fight them all? We're not giving up, if that's what you're asking. Either we go through these chumps, or you can explain to Zerchoff where his relic went.
Defeat all enemies. Defeat condition, all heroes are defeated. Each hero brings their own unique deck of cards into battle. Different heroes will have different decks. Move a hero, select a card, choose target, and then choose the direction you're facing. We've seen that. There's your cards. I really like the I really like that guard Argon. Like he just he feels very paladin to me. Like, I'm master of the guard, you know, it is my duty to stop thieves like you here. He just feels that way. Even though we're going up against him, like his character intrigues me. I gotta agree, Fade. That's what I thought initially too. That it's really cool to have a black main heroine here. Well, could be anti-heroine, we'll see, but our main character, protagonist, a black female protagonist. I thought that was super cool. And then her nickname's the Ebony Flame, and it's just like, you couldn't have chose something else to do that, to call her? No, it just kind of ruined it a little bit to me. I don't have a black female voice in my repertoire, so I apologize for that. But I liked that. I thought that was really cool. So, when you hover over a character, you see these light blue tiles. That's how far you can move. It's giving you like a preview. Then when you actually select the character to move, you'll see the dark blue. when you choose a card, yellow tiles are how the range of the card. Then the red tiles are the area of effect. That's where what's actually going to be hit. Alright, now we have different cards. We have Pester, who is a ranged fighter. He also, it's kind of a healer to me. He has this compassion card. As you can see, it hits in a 5 tile in an cross pattern. So if they were standing next to each other, he would hit them both. Or if he was just one, if he was standing here, you could hit both. It heals 5. It gets an additional +5 to the heal. Heals 9, and then can heal even more if he rolls shards. To attack, he has a few different abilities. He has this quick draw ability, which hits in the same cross pattern. It doesn't do as much damage. He also has this iron sight ability, where he uses, if you can see in his hand, he has a gun. So he's a ranged fighter, where he aims down the iron sights and pulls the trigger. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's ranged. We're going to move him up 1, and we're going to quick draw up 2. Sorry. Quick draw has less of a range. Move up 2 and use quick draw and hit both. So you can see it's going to hit both guards because of the reticle. And when you click on the enemy, before you roll the dice, you can still back out. At the top, you see who's using the ability, and at the bottom, you can see the targets you're hitting, so you can make sure you're hitting both targets. And you are. You're hitting both officers there. If you were just hitting one, for example, only one will show up down there. If you're going to accidentally hit a party member, like if I aimed here, you can see Nami's portrait down there. Don't hit your party members with abilities. Be careful where you're targeting. Alright, let's roll the dice. See what we get. +1 card, a shard, and the only 2 shard on that die roll. This was a really good die roll. And he gets to draw a card at the end of this. So we'll take that. Both of you take 9. Bang bang. He drew another compassion. Whenever you do damage to an enemy, you get EXP. If you kill an enemy, you get more EXP. As we'll show here. Nami has Will to Live. It is a single target heal. It heals for a bunch. As you see, +10 heal. So it heals for a bunch. But it only heals 1 target. She has Blitz, which if you roll a star, you get a free action. You get another action you can use, which is really nice. And she also has Knives Out, which is a ranged attack. It works like a bow and fire emblem. It hits 2 spaces away, but only 2 spaces away. It won't hit right next to you. But it does give Nami a ranged option. Also, as you can see, you can't counterattack ranged attacks, so it makes them safer to use. So we're going to have Nami take out both guards, hopefully. We'll use Blitz to take out this guard. Hopefully roll a star, or that lightning bolt you can barely see. And neither. Darn. Let's re-roll these 2 and see if we can get a star or a lightning bolt. Nope. Darn. Then I was going to have her knives out and take out the other guy. Shame. But you see, she got 16 EXP for taking out that enemy. You failed. You can only re-roll 2 dice per roll. Any physical attack can be any physical attacks performed from an adjacent tile will trigger a counterattack. And then you can see how much counterattack you're going to get. Magic and physical attacks at long range, so like knives out or the gunshot, do not trigger ranged attacks. You only get a counterattack if it's not from behind and is right next to you. And it will tell you no counterattack. Now this is a really interesting mechanic. I like this. Your counterattack strength is stronger the more cards you have in your hand. So if you're using a bunch of abilities, yeah, you can do a lot of things and play out the cards in your hand, but then when an enemy goes to swing at you, you're not going to do much back. So it's an interesting balance if there's a lot of melee fighters for the enemy. How many cards are you going to keep in your hand? You can see the difference in these two screenshots. On the left, Nami has no cards in her hand. So she counterattacks for 0 to 3 damage, depending on what the guard rolls. On the right, she has a full 7-card hand. 7 is the max cards you can have in your hand, by the way. With a full hand of 7 cards, she counterattacks for 13 to 20, depending on what the guard rolls. That's a huge difference between no cards and having a full hand in counterattack. It just adds another element to the game. That's like, yeah, I can play all these cards, but then she's going to get hit quite a few times. You know, do I want to keep a few cards in my hand to try to counterattack and kill? Okay. All Pester has is compassion and iron sight. I can show off compassion. And you'll see, again, up top is who's using the ability, so Pester, and at the bottom, who it hits. So if you cast it here, you can see you're going to heal the officer. Again, be careful about where you're using your abilities. Healing works the same way as damage. You will roll the dice, you'll heal however much it says, plus you get 1 shard. For every shard, you get plus healing. Now I don't really need the healing, so I'm going to re-roll these and try to get the +1 card. Ah, got one. And you see, that's how you heal. You have heal cards. You do get EXP for healing. He only got 1 because nobody's hurt. You can actually get a bunch of EXP by healing injured comrades, which is nice. So Pester, he draws a bunch of compassion cards. He can still get EXP even though he's not doing damage. He can still keep up from healing EXP, which I like. We're just going to move Nami down here, and we're going to throw knife. We're going to move her forward. I could have re-rolled the dice to try to get the free action, but it's okay. 16 more EXP for her, because she's awesome. I like Nami's character a lot so far from what I've played. So, as I went over earlier, max 7 cards in your hand. This is important. If you ever have to discard cards, for whatever reason it is, if you discard cards, the leftmost card in your hand will always be the one that's discarded. So keep that in mind when you're looking at your hand. If you're going to draw extra cards and you would go over, you don't get to choose what you discard. Whatever's the leftmost in your hand is what goes away. And like it says here, if for whatever reason you're forced to discard cards, it's the leftmost card. Always. You go from left to right in discarding cards. So, something to keep in mind. So let's say, there's this guard here. Let's say, you see there's a bunch more guards. Let's say there's nothing you want to cast on your turn. Like, well, there's nothing in range and we're both at full health. And there's no enemies in the way to guard from. What can you do? Well, you can draw cards. That is an action you have access to. Whenever you take the draw card action, you draw 2 cards and add them to your hand. And that's your turn. So I'm going to stand here and I'm going to draw cards because these enemies are not aggressive. There we go. Now they will be. Never played Metal Gear Solid Acid. Ugh. No, I'll shoot you anyway. 3 to 8 damage. +1 card. That's cool. Don't need the counter, or don't need the counter defense because using a ranged attack. Take 5. Draw the card from the +1 card we had there. And then we got another Will to Live. 6 to 9. His gun looks like a water gun. I thought the same thing. His gun is because of that glow that it has. And that glow is to show... You see how all the enemies have that glow? Those are Zodiarcs. Like, I've kind of... What I've thought is Zodiarcs come in all kinds of different ways. That it can also be just like a metal of sorts, like a crystal. And you see that all the enemy weapons have that glow as well. Have like that crystal to them. So does Nami's weapon. Her dagger is that big purple crystal that we saw in the on the main page. And Pester's gun has that glow as well. That's what I've kind of gotten. Could Blitz? What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually draw cards with Nami. Another Will to Live, another Blitz. I like Blitz a lot. You get some really not cheap damage, but you get some you get some good damage out of it, and you have a chance to go again. And if I have another Blitz card in my hand, I could go again. Like just chain Blitz and quickly overwhelm an enemy. Like you could Blitz again, Blitz again. Decks are 18 cards minimum, and you can only pack so many of each card into your deck. We'll get to that in a little bit. He's not guarding, so I get more damage. Actually, what I'll do... We'll Iron Sight. That way I make sure the enemy dies. 7 damage. That's good. We'll reroll this. We don't need the star for this ability. Oh, rerolled the star. I didn't get a good roll on that one. That's my fault. And I'm going to have Nami come down here and... We'll use Blitz. Come on, roll the lightning bolt. Oh, so close. 10 damage, so you're gonna go down anyway. even if I re-roll, take away 2 damage, that's 8. You're still gonna go down. Let's re-roll these 2. Yes, got the lightning bolt. That's what I wanted. If you roll the lightning bolt, you get an extra action. So, hit. Now we get an extra action. We can't move, but we can do whatever. We can do anything else. We can guard. We can heal. Pester's out of range. That's fine. Or what I like to do, you can draw cards. I got 2 more Will to Live. Will to Live was on the leftmost. We drew over 7. We drew up to 8. So we have to get rid of the leftmost card, which was a Will to Live. That's fine, we drew 2. Stand your ground. There are buff cards. You still roll the dice. Yeah. He got that shard dice buff. What does that do? The shard dice buff gives him an extra die that has shards on it to try to get more damage. So you have buffs like that. Buffs that will give you more dice. Different types of dice to help you out. For Pester, we'll use Iron Sight. One, two, three. That's good. I'll take that. Take 9. And I drew a bunch of Will to Lives. The counterattack doesn't matter. Another 16 EXP for Nami. Yep, uses a gun. Oh, he's gonna stand ground and get an extra shard die. Oh, and this gunner's gonna take a shot at Pester for 2 damage because he rolled 2 shards. He was gonna do 0. To Nami's hand, a Knife's Out and a Blitz. And a bunch of Will to Lives. We're going to use Compassion, so I show you can get EXP from healing. 2 stars, we don't need the stars for this ability, so we'll re-roll these. See if we can get something else. There you go, extra healing. And +1 card. Good. I like getting the +1 card. I like keeping cards in my hand so I have options. He drew a Compassion. Okay. You see he got 17 EXP from that. More than killing a guard. You can get a lot of EXP from healing, and I like that. I think that's nice to be able to do. Okay, we're gonna blitz the Prosecutor, who is their ranged attack, the guard's ranged attack unit. Star got a free action, so that's nice. I'm only doing 6 damage. The counterattack's nothing, so we'll take that. We get a free action. I'm going to use this free action to draw cards. A Blitz and another Will to Live. Yes, of course. Is it bad? Yeah, lots of Will to Live. Is it bad she wants to live? Yes, of course. Only the best die young after all, and she's supposed to be one of the best. Take 4 counterattack! And you get a little bit of EXP for counterattacking. 7. Okay. That green die was from the ability. Remember the stand your ground ability. Okay. I'm going to move Pester over here. Shoot you. You're done. We're going to go for the +1 card. We have the reroll. Might as well use it, even though I don't always do so. You should use that reroll to your advantage. You have it. And for Nami... we'll knives out. And hopefully roll a crystal. Yep, there we go. Do you have the lightning bolt on? No. It's this one. Darn. Okay, then. We'll take the kill. Throw the knife! I like that she has, like, Zodiarc knives in her bag, and she just takes a knife and throws it. The animations of the game are very... They're not super flashy or fancy, but they're really good. They get the job done. You knife throw. She throws a knife. You know, quick draw. You can see Pester quickly raise up the gun and fire. You know, when he did the radial attack. What they do for the attack fits, and I like that. It's a very small thing, but it's nice. Pester only has 4 cards, so we're going to stand him here, and we're going to draw cards. Quick draw and a compassion. And Nami has a bunch of healing cards, but draw. A blitz and a knife's out. We can get rid of a healing card. Oh, here comes the boss. Justice for all. Star dice on all allies for 3 turns. And you see he has 27 HP. Boss is fancier. He also rolled a heart, so he's healing himself. And you see that all the guards got plus star die. He's giving himself an additional die with shard dice, so he has a bunch of dice he can roll now. And the ranged unit is just defending. Okay, let's start getting rid of enemies. We're gonna iron sight. Shoot this guy. I'll take the damage. Take 9. Cut your HP in half. We're gonna move Nami up here. We'll blitz. Hopefully roll a shard. Star, which is a free action, and a shard to get the kill. Awesome. So there's a free action from the blitz, and she leveled up. Woo! She got her EXP, so she levels up. +4 HP, +2 attack, +1 defense, +2 magic attack, +1 magic defense. And her Knives Out card is now upgraded. So the Knives Out card will be better. Knives Out, and it upgrades immediately, which is really cool. Knives Out now has, if we roll a star, the target is held for a turn. Don't know what that means? You can click Y for more info, where you can see the card blown up, which is really nice. More info on the die, the range, what does it, the target area? 1 star, which means you need to roll at least 1 star. Hold. Prevent any movement for as long as hold is active. So, which means they can't move. They can still attack if they have like a ranged attack or a way to hit you. But they can't move. So if all the unit has is some close range melee attacks, they're not going to be able to do anything. Also, you can see below Knives Out, it has a 2, a Roman numeral 2, to show you that it's level 2. Whereas Blitz and Will to Live have the Roman numeral 1. So it tells you what level the card is. But we don't have anybody in range to do that. So we're going to draw some cards and get rid of one of the Will to Lives. I love that it has a... Prosecutor gets to draw a card and Nami takes 4. I love that the cards upgrade. I think that's great. That cards get better. Alright, Nami's going to take some damage now. Nami takes 3. He heals 10. And then he gets counterattacked. Make note of the order of that. How that all works. When you roll the heart. You attack. You heal. Then you get counterattacked. Which makes the counterattack viable. I'm really glad they did it that way. Or else, if you kept rolling hearts, the counterattack would be worthless. Because if you hit and then got counterattacked and then healed, you could heal the counterattack damage. So I really like the way they did that. Okay. So now we got hurt. We're going to do... We're going to move Pester here. He's going to heal Nami. And draw a card. Awesome. Draw, quick draw. And then he's gonna go there. We got a bunch of Knives Out. I'll have to roll just right to try to pull that off. Alright, let's see. We're gonna blitz the Prosecutor. Shard, sword. Or shield, sorry. Nope, I can't kill the Prosecutor and take another action. I'm gonna re-roll these though. I really want the extra action. Didn't get it. Darn. So you see, luck does play some role to it. But it does in every strategy game you like. Crowd control. You saw it had like a just shooting like a volley. Hits Pester for 2. Go ahead, Nami. He's gonna heal 5 HP. We'll do 6 back. Okay. Too bad I don't have any more Blitz. There is. I didn't know if I was overpowering it or not. There's some light music in the game. Right now there is no music. There it goes. We're gonna get rid of you. Okay, we're gonna roll you for the one in. Yeah, and if you don't move it with enough speed, the die won't roll. You've got to get a good toss in. I was just using the same settings from yesterday for Final Fantasy, so. Okay, there's that. We're gonna move up here with Nami and we're gonna heal. Better safe than sorry. Stand on the whatever this is. We don't need that much healing, so we're gonna roll for cards. Didn't get any. Kind of looks like a bed. Maybe table, and that's a level up. Level 3 for Pester, 3 HP, 2 attack, 1 defense, 2 magic attack, 2 magic defense. And his Iron Sight card is now stronger. So we'll take a look at what it has now. Pester takes 7, and he's going to heal 5, then take 3. So he's going to get 2 HP back. Bang. Quick draw. I think it got an extra. No, Iron Sight upgraded. He doesn't have any Iron Sight cards. Knifes out. Reroll these because I don't need the shields. It's a ranged attack. Got a shield. I got an extra damage. Take 10. How much would it do to you? 4 to 9. I'm just gonna stall with Pester until Nami kills him. That is going to be the plan. Oh, lost his star die, which he's now going to recast on himself. Yeah, they cheer when they're healed. I like that too. All the little aesthetics like that, I really enjoy. Nami only has 1 more Knives Out. How much HP do you have left? 11? Quick draw. Big damage. Start. Ugh. That's minimal damage. Roll you. And you. Star. Alright, take 5. Hey, Big Rich. So you can see this fight is tougher. Nope, can't stand there. Knifes out. Not defense. Oh man, I accidentally chose defense. That's alright. He's drawing cards. He needs cards. That's okay. Went too far. You're done. And throw. I like how she flips the knife and then throws it. Once you guard, your turn ends. And that was my fault. I die for justice. And poof. This looks like Fire Emblem. It is a grid turn-based combat game. So it has that same gameplay like that. But there's a lot different between the card system, the dice system, but the tactical part, it plays like that, like a Final Fantasy Tactics, a Fire Emblem. Holy crap! I can't believe we survived that! Your being famous is getting bad for my health, Nami. Now let's split before...
Wait! Dead dog. Better than a live one, right? Can we leave now? My life might suck, but I've gotten kind of attached to it. Quiet! Someone's watching us. Okay, whoever you are, there's no point in hiding. I can hear you breathing. Show yourself.
Hi.
It's not my fault. He made me do it. Oh, this pipsqueak. You took out a city guard all by yourself? Wait a second. Haven't I seen you around the shambles before? Just how long have you been following me? A spy. Spill it, runt. You working for Black Fang? Maybe the East Side Gang? Here to rip off our score, huh? Or maybe you're just looking to get your face rearranged. Try me! I'll put you in the dirt next to this guy! This kid for real? Whose Zodiac gauntlet you wearing? You even know how to use that thing? It's mine! Jumped a grown-up and took it. And it's easy to use. I make a wish, and they just die. And they die just so.
You can see the gauntlets glowing.
That's a judge's gauntlet. Kid, what happened here? I wanted to watch you fight, but this guy spotted me. He was gonna hurt me, just like they always do. I know it. Grown-ups are creeps, all of them. But now I have this thing. No grown-ups ever gonna hurt me again. My name's Bryce. But you can call me, the Ivory Flame. You gotta be shitting me, kid. We don't have time for this now. The dogs will be here any minute. Come on, Bryce. I ain't no babysitter, but I won't be responsible for no kid dying either. If we don't get into the in-betweens right now, we're all dead as he is. Run! Victory! And we get new dice. Dice equipped is now unlocked. You can now equip the dice you win at the end of each battle onto your heroes. Let's head over to the party management and select Dice Equip to start. And you'll get more of why I was like, Ivory Flame. You'll get a little more of why she wanted to go that route later. We can now equip the dice that we are going to bring. You decide which dice a hero brings into battle. New dice are received as random rewards at the end of battles. Dice a hero can equip are found in their inventory. So we have 2 slots. You can see the level of the die, level 1, level 2. If you have higher level dice, you can equip them.
So we can change out this die, which has 2 shields, 2 shards, and 2 stars, with one of the other ones we got. This one has 2 shards, 3 shields, and an extra card. This one doesn't have the shields, but it has 4 shards, a star, and an extra action. I'm going to equip that. I like the chance for the extra action with the lightning bolt. So I'm going to take these two dice. Bryce doesn't have extra dice. And Pester, this one has 2 +1 card. Ooh. I would lose attack. This is where customizing, this is one of the aspects that I really enjoy, because we could end up with completely different things. So if like you're playing, you're going to get different dice drops. You're going to set up your deck differently. We'll get to that after the next fight, I believe. And we're going to have we could have completely different setups depending on how we play. Like, we play strategy games differently, more than likely. So we're going to have different play styles, different setups. And I really like that. I'm going to lose the damage for plus cards for two chances at the +1 card, and lose the +2 shard and the extra shard. I'm going to go with that. So you can see everybody's level and how much EXP they have. Like Nami has that 44 in the bar below level. Okay. Moment of quiet. Shadowed by the shattered moon, hides the world of endless night. Blessed are we who share her boon, yet live in warm and glorious light. You buy all that mumbo-jumbo, Pester? Shattered moons and worlds of night? I believe in the heralds, if that's what you're asking. They were real, Nami. They came from a dark world, brought us the Zodiarcs. Yeah, save me the sermon. Zodiarcs are what made Turris into what it is today. The Zodiarcs destroyed my people. Even if the heralds were real, I won't ever admit it. Wish they stayed in their dark world. One of these days, I'm gonna learn the bullet hell technique. Those guards will really have something to worry about. Take my word for it, Pester. Guards aren't impressed by new techniques. They don't even comprehend how the Zodiarcs work. They don't realize that the user's strength of will is what gives them power. That's why you're so good? 'Cause your will to live is stronger than theirs? Maybe. Part of the reason, that's for sure. Or maybe fate just smiles more on the beautiful. It's when did you start believing in fate? You reckon there's good guards out there, Nami? They can't be born so hateful. Maybe they think the same things about us. You're better off thinking about something else, Pester. Guards hate us, and we hate them. That's all you gotta know. Keep it straight, you might just survive this mission. And that's the end of the moments of quiet for that story. You get some really good background for the characters from those, and also some... You get character background and character insight from those, and I really like that. I like those moments of quiet. So far from the ones I've seen, they they're done really well. I hope this doesn't turn into a remnant thing, where everything is a remnant but no explanation. We got a little bit of the explanation of Zodiarcs there from some ancient time. Maybe from heralds? Who were the heralds? What are they from? I have a feeling if the game is done well story-wise, we'll learn a lot more about Zodiarcs as we play more. Speaking of playing more, let's go to the next story mission. We're halfway through this stream. I'd like to get people's initial reaction. What do you all think about Children of the Zodiarcs so far? We've only done a few story. We've gotten a new character. We have Bryce here. About the characters, about the gameplay, I am loving this game so far. Like I said, I've played up to like story 4. I've played through story 4, something like that. As far as I've played on my own so far. So we're almost there. And just the dice, the card mechanics, the strategy, grid-based combat, it all works so well so far from what I've played. I'm loving it. But I'd like to know what you all think.
Nami, won't the guards follow us in here? The dogs don't enter the in-betweens much. Guess their noses don't agree with it. That's not why. This place is haunted. Old spirits. They've been here a long time. Taurus is an ancient city. These ghosts remember the age of Apex. And lost down here, wandering in the darkness. Seriously, Pester, you're too old for this make-believe shadow cult stuff. Only monsters down here are exiled bandits who couldn't cut it outside. There's plenty of bad news without your old spirits. Good news is these tunnels connect the whole city. They're our shortcut home. Ugh. Smells worse than usual today. Thank the heralds it's just a few more miles of stink before we call it a night. Or day. Or whatever time it is right now. Came from around here. I'm sure of it. What the? There she is! It's the Ebony Flame! Great. More jarheads. Must have been sitting here looking for us after they found that body by the tunnel entrance. Oh wow, it is her! It's our lucky day! Found the Ebony Flame! Bounty on her is huge! Famous Ebony Flame. She's just a little kid. We can totally take her! We're rich, bro! I'm gonna spend a week in the pleasure chambers. Yeah, we finally hit jackpot. I'm gonna buy an apartment in the East Tower, marble bathtub, and one of those fancy stainless steel ice boxes like the nobles have. And I'm gonna buy a great big golden chamber pot so my poop will smell like money. Huh? Who's this joker? You kids are out past curfew. Time to say goodnight. Defeat all enemies. All heroes are defeated. They mentioned why why her nickname is that way. They haven't yet. So far, I'm getting no to Lookworm reviews from chat. Well, that's a shame. There are a whole bunch of different kinds of cards. Well, not a whole bunch of different kinds of cards, but here's the different types of cards. There are melee attacks, broken down into a few really big categories. There are melee attacks, ranged attacks,
magic attacks, curses, support abilities, so buffs, and healing abilities. Here is everything broken down on a card that I've already gone over. Name, level, the type, base strength of the card, dice, effects of the card. There's all of that. 4 blitzes in Nami's opening hand. Ooh, I like that. Could probably crease these two. Okay. But let's go over Bryce. Bryce is actually your magic caster, believe it or not, with that fancy judge's gauntlet she has on her hand. She uses magic attacks and curses. She has a few different magic attacks. She has Ruiner, which hits in a straight line, as I'll show here. It hits in a straight line, and then wherever you end up targeting, it hits 3 squares in that straight line. So if you get enemies to line up, like on a narrow bridge or something, for example, you can hit them all. 20 magic damage, base, and adds a die. She also has this magic attack, Damned. You have been judged. It only hits a single target, but it has a huge range. She also has this Heartless Cruelty curse card. It adds a cursed shard die to anybody in range. And you can see the die over there. It has a blank spot. It has 2 shards, which is bad if the enemy rolls that. You actually gave them +1 damage. But it has those red broken shards. That's minus damage. So if it rolled the 1 red shard, the enemy would actually deal 1 less damage. And if it rolled the 2, you get the you get -2 damage. A very interesting spell. This game is currently 10% off for this week. Oh, the sound's gonna cut because I clicked off. Oops. Come on, cooperate. It is 16 and change. It is $16.19 US. It's normally $18 is what they did the release for this first week till the 25th. It is 10% off, so it's $16.16. So that's that. They've already patched it because a lot of people complained about the enemy turns taking long later on, just because the enemy moves and does all the die roll and stuff like that. They added in a fast forward enemy turn, which is nice. I like that because that shows that they instantly took player feedback so far and did something about it. I like that. That bodes well. Well, I'm really sad that all of you aren't super excited like I am, but I understand. This game really was kind of tailored for me, it feels like. I know it wasn't, but it just has so many different aspects of things that I like. It has the card mechanic. The dice rolling mechanic is a lot of fun, where I was scared of it. I didn't know if it was going to be too much RNG, but the fact that you can get new dice, you can tailor the dice how you want. I also know there's dice crafting, where you can craft dice. I don't know how it works. I haven't got that far, but I know that's in the game. The fact that there is this RNG, but that you can tailor it yourself to an extent, really speaks to me. It's It's just a lot of fun for me. I'm sad that all of you aren't super enjoying it, but or at least it's something you want to try yourself. Yeah, I completely understand that. But I appreciate you here. I appreciate you all being here and indulging me. Can you reach that guy in the back? Not quite. Damned has a huge range. Let's start here. Let's start with a bunch of blitzes that Nami drew. And see it re-roll. Oh, it didn't get the extra attack. Re-roll these. All I need is a star or a... There we go. Reaction. We take 1 in the counterattack. Hit! We can blitz again and kill this guy. Oh, you couldn't have tipped over to the free action game? You're dead no matter what. I'm going to try to get another free action and draw some cards. Didn't roll it. That's fine. Hit! No! My marble bathtub. Okay, that gets rid of you. Let's show off Bryce. I'll hit Nami too, so we'll use Damned. As you can see, it's just going to kill him outright. 15 to 20. That's because so far the enemies have had really low magic defense. So she gets a lot of damage out of it. So we'll try to get something else. Hi, Binary. Let's re-roll these for the +1 card. Try to get it anyway. Didn't get it. That's fine. Gauntlet. And you see the skull. Oh, mother. What a way to go. Done in by Rugrats. And... shoot you with Iron Sight. That's now level 2, and you can see for 2 stars, we get Pierce Armor. Sadly, we didn't get 2 stars. So you can Pierce Armor, and we got a lot more dice with it now. Reroll you to try to get the Pierce Armor. And we don't need the defense, because ranged attack. Oh, there's Pierce Armor. So take 17, because you don't get your defense as much. Nice. I've had the same thought as a few of you in chat have said that this would have been really cool as a tabletop game. I just think it'd be hard to do as a tabletop game. You'd have to have somebody play the guards like a DM. What about the whole dice crafting system? I've seen some board games do a dice crafting type system, so you'd have to implement that. You'd have to implement how you level up, your stats. It's just you'd have to completely retailor the game to make it into a tabletop. Not that you couldn't. It could have been done that way. I think it's great as a video game. And he's going to hit both of them. Hit. Unnamed grunts aren't special enough to get unique death quotes. I call shenanigans. They were in the opening of the stage binary, that's why. Talking about the stuff.
Ha! Now you'll see what this gauntlet can do!
And I already went over this, but card info. I like that it tells you both the mouse and the 360 controller button. But I already went over this. You can find out everything about the card, which is really nice. You can also go to the unit list, and you can get like an overview of the units, including any bonuses or curses they have on them. And you can go into the help archive for even more information if you need it. All she has is Ruiner, which will hit more than one person. What we're going to do is we're going to use Compassion and heal the entire party, since we're all standing here like this. Roll for extra cards. There we go. Plus one card. Another Compassion. Okay, that's good. And we're going to use Blitz. Free action? No. But let's re-roll and see if we can get one. Darn. Oh well. Ah, 1 EXP from leveling. Alright. That was easy enough. Did you see me back there? Those guards never knew what hit them.
Oh, were you actually in that fight? I hardly noticed. You should work on your quick draw, Pester. Guys?
You're welcome, Ebony Flame. Where'd that come from, anyway?
Don't look at me. You don't get to pick nicknames the bad guys call you. Anyway, at least I'm famous. Guys?
You sure are. Sometimes I wonder why the boss even bothers with those dusty old relics when he could just turn you in and claim that sweet bounty on your head.
Hey! Listen! More guards coming our way!
What'd I tell you? Rats in the walls. You can hear them scampering. And now we have them. Attack! Draw cards. So we immediately go into a second part of the fight. They didn't charge. I need to draw cards. There's a quick draw. You'll lose a Ruiner. Oh, can't quite. That's gonna pull the guard, but Heartless Cruelty. On you. The only thing we can really get is +1 card, which I'm fine with that. For the curses, there is no damage, so you don't really need the shards. Cursed shard dies. I know he has that cursed die that we hope rolls actually as a curse instead of a getting the plus damage out of it. In the name of the law, no mercy for thieves. Please go in a line. Stand your ground. The ranged unit obviously won't, but 5 to 12 HP. Ah, lost 2. Canceled out that 2 damage that he rolled. So took 7. She doesn't have a lot of defense, and her counterattack is really low. She's a spellcaster type. And she's going to get shot with crowd control. And take 5. Here's how this turn's going to go. It's going to be a bit different. What's the range on Will to Live? Only 2. So you're going to stand here. We're going to use Will to Live. Nami's going to become a healer, which is what I like. The characters can be a little versatile. We're going to use Will to Live and heal Bryce. Okay, that's good. Let's see if we can get a free action. No. Oh, did! Extra action. Awesome. That's just a bonus. So we'll heal Bryce, get the free action, and that's a level for Nami. Level 4. 3 HP, 2 attack, 1 defense, 1 magic attack, 1 magic defense. Nami now has a new card, Risky Strike. So as you level up, you get new cards as well. With that extra turn, she's going to draw cards. Got 2 knives out. Alright. $11 to 17. How much do you do with Ruiner? 13 to 18. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Iron Sight. Shoot this guard. For 16. Yeah, alright. We're going to try to draw cards because we don't need to do that much damage. Take 18 because Pierce Armor actually got damage. Sure. Because I rolled that extra star. Trying to get cards, but that's okay. Because Ruiner's just going to wreck this guy. Too bad the other guard's not behind him. Doesn't move that far. Yeah, +1 card. Awesome. Does the level up stats change every time, or is there a set you get per level? I don't know. No, I don't want to die in this place. Ugh. Uh-oh. Took 5. You do 6 to 12. Rolo! 8. Hi, Neko. Bryce may go down. May take 8 from the shot. Depends on how much the shot can do. 4 to 8. Rolo? That was close. She doesn't need to be in the front because spellcaster, but I wanted to try to really get the most out of Ruiner. And now I can, because I can hit both enemies. Now me heal. Let's re-roll you. Got the same roll. Heal 19. Okay, Pester. Iron Sight. +1 card. Awesome. Yeah, since I only have 1 star, I'm just going to re-roll this. Into +1 card. Awesome. Draw 2 cards. Draw 2 cards, 2 compassions. And Pester levels up right on the dot. He's level 4. 3 HP, 2 attack, 1 defense, 1 magic attack, 1 magic defense, plus 0.1 counter attack. And new card, Flashbang. So basically every card in his hand is now worth double for counterattack than what it was. Because it was only 0.1. Now it's 0.2. And to kill these 2 guards, Ruiner. As long as we roll well, we'll kill both guards. 17, 14. Yep, they're dead. Bye. Level 4. 3 HP. 2 attack, 1 defense, 2 magic attack, 2 magic defense, plus 0.1 counter attack, and a new card, Leech. So now everybody in the party is level 4. Crowd control. Now they're going to do the same thing to us and shoot both characters. You see, Nami takes only 1, where Bryce took 5. Nami has more defense. Okay, I only have 1 blitz. Can you kill with the blitz? If I roll max. Compassion. Just for the EXP. But if we use a big group, I'll have to share the money about the bounty. Even big groups can be easy to deal with if they're all schmucks. Yeah, they're all generic mooks. See if Nami can get the kill. If not, then Bryce will clean up. Extra action, but you can't do anything with it. Oh well. She has all the knives out. And they hit it arranged. Darn it. She's threw nothing but knives out. And okay, goodbye. Does this game use permadeath? I don't believe so. We don't have enough characters to have permadeath. So far, anyway. They're on to us, Nami. Thought you said guards don't enter the in-betweens. We gotta get out of here.
What's up, Pester? Cause some kind of chicken shit or something? That was fun. Nah, he's right. Besides, it stinks like Zhersov's farts in here, and this whole dark and moody crap is getting old anyway. Let's get outside of the shambles before anything worse than a few guard dogs show up.
Dice! Ooh. Those are interesting dice. I haven't seen the characters get dice that have bad stuff on them before. Is that discard a card on Pester's down there? Because it has the 1 card, but with it's red, like it's broken. Oh, never using that card. I'm not gonna equip that. No chance. I haven't seen bad dice yet. And Nami's up there has a lose attack power on it. I like the die Bryce got, though. She got a great die. 2 sides of +2 shards, a single shard, 2 draw cards, and a star. I like that. Yeah, most lose conditions have been everyone dies. So I'm assuming permadeath is not a thing. I think the only death penalty is that they lose out on EXP for the rest of the mission would be my guess. I'm honestly not sure. Deck builder unlocked. You can now customize the deck of cards your heroes bring into battle, which I'm super excited for. Like, this is cool to me. Okay. You get to customize the deck that you bring into battle. How much of each card, what cards, how are you going to build your deck? How is your Nami, your Pester, your Bryce going to play? I like that. I like that a lot. This scratches that like magic itch that I have because I don't have money to spend on magic cards. And I don't like facing other people. I've talked about all that before. 18 or more. 18's minimum. I don't think there's a maximum. Yeah, red on the dice is bad for us. But 18 card minimum. There is a recommended deck up there. You can press X for the recommended deck. You can see Nami's deck right now. 6 Blitz, 6 Knives Out, 6 Will to Live. We have this new card, Risky Strike. It adds a shard die when we use it. It's special, but it has the same attack power as the other cards. But its ability is if we roll a star, it gets +10 attack. So it's a gamble card. It's just going to hit like a basic attack. Unless you get a star. Then you get +10 for a ton of damage. Now you could just add these 4 cards in and you have a deck of 22 cards. You can do that. Or you can take cards out. Like if you want to try to keep your deck thin. That way you draw the cards you want. Don't worry about drawing all your cards in battle. Once you draw all your cards, you reshuffle. Cards that you already spent are basically like in a quote discard pile unquote. And then you reshuffle the discard pile. So don't worry about, oh man, if I run out of cards, is that character just done for the battle? No, you reshuffle the deck and go again. So do you want more versatility in your deck? Because this is a strategy game. This isn't like playing Magic. Whereas you have like you want to try to keep your deck really low so you draw the cards you want. You can do it that way. But this is also a strategy game. You might need more versatility in battle. You know, this is a grid like a Fire Emblem, a Final Fantasy Tactics. Do you want more abilities at your disposal for when things go wrong? And hope that you draw them if you go through your deck a lot. You know, you could have different types of cards in your deck. How do you build your character? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take out 2 of the Knives Out. I don't like the Knives Out personally. It's nice to have that ranged attack, but it fires like a bow. And because I have Nami so close and I love Blitz, I end up not having anybody to throw a knife at as much. Like I keep a few in the deck. Like what I've done playing it myself is I've only kept 3 Knives Out, and I've taken out a Will to Live. So I still have 5 Will to Lives because they're really handy. where she can just single target heal somebody for a lot. And I still have a few knives out, like in the deck, just so I can have to draw. But I go with the 4 risky strikes. I go really melee. 4 risky strikes, 6 blitz. I love the blitz card. So that's how I've built Nami so far. All right, keep changes. For Bryce, her new attack is Leech. Leech is not a ranged attack, funny enough, which puts her in danger. However, it's still it's like a melee ranged attack. The cool thing about Leech is whatever damage she does with it, that's how much HP she gets HP back. So if she does 14 damage, she gets 14 HP back. So she could easily heal herself by doing a bunch of damage with it. But again, it puts her in melee. And we've seen just how well she takes a hit. I like Leech a lot. I'm not the biggest fan of Heartless Cruelty, honestly, because I want her to be more of a damage dealer, because I think she can do that. So I've taken out Heartless Cruelties. Like, I've kept a few just for some utility, and I've put in Leech. Like, all the Leech. Like, I really like it. I don't like Ruiner as much either, just because I can't seem to get enemies to line up. Other than that one time you saw there. Just because it's that one little narrow bridge. So I've taken out a Ruiner, and I've actually had her deck at 20. And just played a bunch with Leech, because even though I have to put her in melee, the fact she could do so much damage with magic, she can just about full heal herself. I'll just use 5 Leech. We'll do 4. I'll trim it down to 18 cards. This will be fun. 4 Ruiner, 5 Leech, all the damned, because I like the single target, heavy damage, big range, and 3 Heartless Cruelties. For Pester, his new skill is Flashbang. It hits every square around him, the 8 squares around him. And it does the cursed shard die, just like Heartless Cruelty. Everybody around me get that die, and hopefully you roll bad on it. I'm not the biggest fan of Flashbang, just because it hits everything around him, and I tried to keep him a little further back. But I'll throw a few in the deck just to show. I'll take a quick draw out. I love him having Compassion, because he ends up being a healer for me, because he can heal more than one person at a time with Compassion. That's kind of what's happened with Pester so far with me. And you can see there's still 6 cards to unlock. And remember, these cards are going to upgrade as well as we level up. I'll take out 2 quick draw. I really like Iron Sight. Yes, it only hits 1 target, but it has +5 attack on it. It has a bunch of extra dice, and if he happens to get 2 hearts, he pierces armor and gets even more damage, or 2 stars, excuse me. And again, I'll just have some flashbangs for a little utility right now. I haven't used the flashbang card much, honestly. And there you go. There's the deck builder. And again, as we level up, cards are going to change. They'll level up, and it's like, oh, I didn't like this card before, but now I really like it, because maybe it gets better when it levels up. And then you have to change your deck, or you unlock a new card. I want to throw it into the deck. What do I want to take out? Do I want to take anything out? Maybe I just play with a bigger deck after that. Who knows? It's all on how you play. Also, you can see there's that last option I don't have unlocked. I've not gotten to use it. It's you craft dice. Like, I read that on the Steam page, that they have a dice crafting thing. That sounds like a ton of fun. Where maybe you could try to, again, skew things a little more in your favor. Like, you're still going to have that RNG, but it's fun that you get to kind of tinker with it. Deck building. Are we really sure this isn't Hand of Fate in a clever disguise? It's nothing like Hand of Fate other than you get to put your deck together. I like Hand of Fate a lot. I can't wait for the second one. Like, that'll be a ton of fun. Hi, Sailor. Hi, Sailor Shadow. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I finished FF3 yesterday. I'm gonna put it up on YouTube today. Moment of quiet.
This is so cool! I can't believe I get to be friends with Nami, the Ebon... Let me stop you right there, kid. First, we ain't friends. You're like a stalker or something. Secondly, nobody calls me the Ebony Flame except jackasses like the ones we just wasted. Just Nami. Got it? Yes, ma'am. Dang, this is so cool!
So there, that's where she was like, I'm the Ivory Flame! Because she's a fan of Nami. That's the deal. That's I like that you get that later. She's actually a really big fan of Nami, so.
Every time I go in between the walls, I kind of feel like I'm going to run into my dad. Your dad's in exile? Yeah. Him and my mom got real deep into the cult of shadows. People didn't take kindly to it. Exiled us all. I was 6. That's how I know my way around the in-between so well. Dad's still in the cult. I haven't seen him in years. What about your mom? I'd rather not talk about it. The in-betweens could be a pretty scary place. She's gone. My arm! It hurts so bad! That's the judge's gauntlet digging into your nervous system, hardwiring itself into you. What? You didn't think it'd come without a cost, did you? From the moment you put that gauntlet on, it's been becoming a part of you. Hope you didn't suck your thumb, kid, 'cause that thing won't come off now until you're worm food.
So we just had that, we just had, you know, light stuff, heavy stuff from the shadow, or from the moment of quiet. Really, really nice versatility there. And you learned some stuff. You learned that, that Pester is out here. And as we go up, you can kind of see, you see the different city, which is fancy. And as we go up, those are the shambles, which is the poor part, where people are struggling to survive. So there's like a really big class difference. There's, you know, like the rich and then the poor. There's the city guards that do everything for the people, but they don't seem to care what's going on with the poor people. There's a really big class difference. And I hope we get into that more as the story goes on, because I think it could be a really interesting dynamic, because it already is. That Pester's family was exiled because apparently his father and mother were part of some cult. We've learned that we've learned that some Zodiarcs, maybe all of them, come with a price. At least the Judge's Gauntlet does. It wires itself into your nervous system, and then it's a part of you forever. That's the price you pay for its power. Do all Zodiarcs have a price to pay? If so, what's Nami had to pay for the dagger? What's Pester had to pay for the gun? Or is it just like some of the some of the powerful stuff like a Judge's Gauntlet? They've thrown out some things here, and I really like they've done that. I'm hoping as you play the story, a lot of the stuff gets resolved, and as you find out more about what exactly are Zodiarcs, why is this their big, how did this huge split between the super rich in the town and the poor, like, did Zodiarcs cause that? Did it just make this divide even greater and greater? I'm hoping we get more all of that, but I love these background segments that they have after missions. Like, I think it's really cool. It's okay, Panther. I've kind of gotten everybody's feeling on the game. Like, people either want to try it for themselves or they're not super impressed by the game. So this is kind of for me at this point. I'm super glad you're all here and you're having fun talking with chat. Like, that makes me happy. That even if the game isn't something that's for you, you're still here, still having fun in chat and supporting. Also, I'm going to throw my 2 cents in what's being talked about with chat. Hot dogs are good. I go cheese. Maybe a little chili. Maybe. But mustard's good. Ketchup's good. Nobody has brought up barbecue sauce. I don't know what you're all doing, and if that sounds weird, just try throwing a little bit of barbecue sauce on your next hot dog and thank me later. And personally, I am not a... I hate onions, and I've never been a big relish fan myself. So, there we go. Yeah, throw like some Sweet Baby Ray's on it. Oh yeah. Instead of doing like ketchup or mustard, throw a little barbecue sauce. Like ketchup and mustard, those are standard condiments for a hot dog, and I like those. But sometimes just, set those aside. Go a little barbecue sauce. Cendril is no onion knight. This is true. in the regard of eating onions, yeah. That was good. That was good, Mace. That was really good. Yeah, I can't stand onions. I never have. My father loves onions on everything, and like when I would go into the kitchen and like there was onions, I would just like instantly not be happy. Like, onions it just overwhelms everything in the sense don't like onions. If you like onions, that's okay. That's fine. It's just I'm not an onion fan.
Can't believe how good it is to be back in this dump. Smells a bit better at least. We're not home free yet. This is Black Fang turf. Let's try to get across without running into him.
Next story mission. Alright. This one actually challenged me when I played by myself, and I think this is the last story mission I did, just on my own. So, we've gotten as far in the stream as I've gotten by myself, so that's cool. Oh crap! Looks like our luck's run out! People. It's the Black Fang! Yo, what are you kids doing out so late? Don't you know whose neighborhood this is? Why would you come here? Hey man, look it. Zerchoff's girl, the Ebony Flame. Oh man, King Dog's gonna make us lieutenants. Sorry. Gonna make us lieutenants when we bring him that head. We're gonna be famous. All the VA's getting me. Let me take a drink real quick. Oh, my girlfriend's awesome. Food puns. I poured root beer into a square glass. Now it's just beer. That's awesome. That's great. Sorry, my throat got super dry from all the VA because I haven't done voice acting since I've been sick. My throat's not used to it. All the talking either. King Dog's gonna make us lieutenants when you bring him that head. We're gonna be famous. I like that their leader's name is King Dog, and they're the Black Fangs. That's their gang, the Black Fangs. And the leader's King Dog. Shut up, you idiot. Do you have any idea how many people she's killed? This ain't just some regular kid. And she wouldn't be here if she didn't have to. Coming from the district, they gotta be carrying something. Stolen relic, maybe?
Black Fang, we may be sworn enemies, but I'll forget my blood oath and let you live if you give us safe passage. I don't want to kill you or any of your crew today.
Appreciate the offer, sister, but half the shambles already heard about your little social call by now. King Dog would skin us alive if we let you disrespect Black Fang turf. So we're gonna die because we're generics. But anyway, you know the rules, kid. Only one side walks away from a thing like this. Keep them busy. I'm gonna go get the others. Panic! Run! Must get reinforcements.
Wait, we don't have any beef with you guys. We just want to go home. Why we gotta fight each other anyway? Nobles and guards are the real enemies. We don't have to do this. Cry about it later, chicken shit. These creeps are itching for a rumble, can't you tell? Dibs on the big one's boots!
Victory conditions. Reach the exit. Defeat conditions. All heroes are defeated. Like, really, she's the famous one. And gotta protect the turf. So you're willing to die stupidly because of this whole turf thing. Really, just let him go. Like, it's worth dying over. Like, heck, one of them that was so scared he had to run and go get reinforcements. Like, it just seems like a really poor decision. Sometimes, you know, you just give up a battle to win the war. Like, we're just not going to do this fight. We'll do a fight some other time when we have a better advantage or more thugs here or something. I know, Panther, but it just irks me. Just as a strategist, it just irks me. Anyway, got flashbang. Could throw the flashbang here. Give them both curse shards. As you can see, the enemies are now higher level. They're gonna do more damage. They're gonna have different, better cards. They have way more HP. I could blitz and then knifes out the other one. That'd be interesting. I'm gonna throw the mage up here. Ooh, 19. Let's see if we can get a little more. No, 19. And a card! Awesome! And I drew another Heartless Cruelty. Now we know there's less of those in the deck. So you can start looking at your cards. I believe I only have 3 in the deck now. And she has 2 in her hand. Which means I'm going to start drawing attacks. I like that. Because you know how your deck is set up. Splatoon 2 did come out today. Sailor, the best way I can describe it, it's Fire Emblem or Final Fantasy Tactics with its grid turn-based combat with cards and dice. It's the most simple way I can describe it. I can blitz you, try to get the extra attack, knifes out. Heck, I could kill you with knives out as well if this goes right. We can Iron Sight. Let's get a good roll. Plus damage. Oh, I don't need the shield. Plus 1 card. Awesome. Don't need the shields. Come on, extra damage. Shard. Good. Take 17. Drew a Compassion. I'm fine with that. Don't leave Mont Blanc in the Jagged. I know Mont Blanc is FFTA, but that's about all you're going to get from me. I haven't played that game in so long. Okay, so here's the plan. Do you die from knife? Yeah. Okay, we're going to blitz. Hopefully get a free action from either a star or a lightning bolt. No. Reroll. Come on. This would be great. Come on. Ah! Just got damaged. Darn. If I could have gotten the free action, I could have knives out, threw it at the other guy, and they wouldn't even get a turn to hit. No way. Nope. Nobody beats the Black Fang. Ah, that would have been really cool. That would have been such a great turn. Alright, who are you going to hit? Maybe both. Oh, no. Smoke Bomb! He draws cards, and he makes us discard cards, which is lame. Alright. Will to Live, a Compassion, and a Ruiner are now gone. Lame. Made me discard. I'm still going to throw the knife at you because that's what I wanted to do initially. Reroll these. 1 in 6 chance on each die. Yeah, I got a lightning bolt. That's what I wanted. Lightning bolt's just extra, but I got it. So I will take that extra action to draw cards. Let me go over the cards for you, Sailor, since you were here later. Since you were here, here late. Blitz is an attack that, and I'll go over each character's cards real quick. Nami has Blitz, which is an attack that has a chance to get an extra action, so you could swing again. Knifes Out is a ranged attack that shoots like a that works like a Fire Emblem bow. Will to Live is a single target healing spell, so she can heal one person. And we haven't seen her other new card yet. Pester, Compassion, is a healing spell that hits an X, that hits in a cross pattern. Flashbang curses enemies and quick draws an attack that also hits in a cross pattern. Damned is a single target magic spell. Ruiner hits in a line, and that's the spell she lost. It hits 3 squares in a line. And Heartless Cruelty is a curse spell that gives the enemy a bad die to lower damage. Those are the skills in a nutshell. We're going to move here, draw cards. Maze. I must say the town map is a lot prettier than the mansion. I thought the mansion was okay, but the town map has more ups and downs. Just so, in some ways more flavor. The mansion was plain with just like the carpet and stuff and like the aesthetics. But it should be that way because it's Richie. And I think that's how a Richie place would look. It'd be very clean, lots of whites, fancy furniture, clean lines, things like that. This is mission 4, so we've done 3 missions so far. Cards, Ruiner, there's Leech. See you, Binary. Okay, I'm gonna move Nami up. There's Risky Strike. Just wonder, dice with the red symbols, are they disadvantages for your character or the target that gets hit, like a curse option? Like the dice affects whoever's rolling it. So if you roll the red symbol, it affects you and it's bad. I guess that's the best way I can put it. It affects the roller. This looks like fun. I'm glad it looks like fun. Sailor, it's a, like I said, a mix between. It has the Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy Tactics. Like I believe the Cardboard Utopia, the company that made this, the small time, the new company. I shouldn't say small time. They have some big names working for them. New company that put this together. Said they took a lot of inspiration from Final Fantasy Tactics for this, for like the combat, the grid turn-based combat. But then they added the card mechanic where you put together your deck and see what abilities you have by what you draw. The die system, that's how they did their RNG instead of like a hit percentage, which you would have like in an XCOM or a a fire emblem. Instead of having a hit percentage, you'll hit. But then the dice are going to determine damage, special abilities, whether they trigger or not. So that's how they did their RNG. Which is different, and I really like that. Instead of just numbers behind the scenes. I don't care about losing Flashbang, so we're going to draw cards. And discard Flashbang. I do care about losing Damned. Oh man, you're going to get hit. I'm not going to be pleased by that. But I'm going to hit you first! Yeah, 99 is really 5% is not in this. Nope, not in this. I'm going to hit you with Damned, and you're going to take 11 to 16, depending on what I roll. 14, not bad. So 11 was minimum. Every shard you roll is +1. So you can see this shard is +2, because it has the 2 on it. So that's +2 damage, +1 damage. So it's 14 damage now. This game is $16.19. It is 10%. That's a 10% reduction until the 25th. Then it goes back up to its full price, which is $18. $17.99. And you can find it on Steam. We're going to re-roll the shield. Extra damage. Awesome. Take 15. Yeah, it came out 3 days ago. It just came out. Reinforcements? Yep, reinforcements. +2 defense. Oh, 7 to 15. He's going to draw 2 cards and do 9. That's not fun. So you see the enemies here are hitting a lot harder. You're moving up too. I don't like all the enemies moving up. I did not know that, Maze. That's awesome. We're gonna leech. Give me HP. And cards? And cards? It's a 1 in 6 chance on each die. And I'm probably not gonna get it. That's fine. Me and Maze have been, and a few other people on here have been playing Brave Exvius. I got back into it a few weeks ago. And Maze, you've been really enjoying it, right? Especially with like all the free anniversary stuff. Anniversary still is on for another week, so I believe you can get free summons and a bunch of free stuff. So still a good time to try out Exvius. They're doing a Nier Automata collaboration. I can't wait for that. That should be fun. Got me good, but my crew's on the way right now. In fact, they're behind me. Blood Fade forever. Fade, did you play Exvius? I played like for 2 months when it first came out, and then I haven't played since. But I recently got back into it and am having a ton of fun with it. Especially with like all the free summons and stuff, because like, when it first came out, you know, it was still new. They had to refresh some stuff. Yeah, I feel like they had to freshen some things up. I'm having a ton of fun with it now, trying to really get back into the game. It is really well made for a mobile game. I do agree with that. Especially now, like a lot of the initial complaints I had about it have kind of been alleviated with kind of the free stuff they've been giving out. Really get a foothold with some units, that way you can advance. Let me type this out real quick before I deal with all of these. Before I deal with all of these. Yeah, it's always a problem with these kind of games. Same with, make sure I type that in right. That's my friend ID. So you can add me. Yeah, it's my friend code. That's always a problem with those, with all those kind of games, like Fire Emblem Heroes, like Brave Frontier, like all of that is, if you want a specific unit, you're almost positively not going to get it because RNG. But with all the free summons they've been giving out, at least you'll get somebody good, like I've gotten. Like at least you'll have a chance. Yeah, you need to get shot for 9 to 15. I like the +1 card. I don't need you, and you have stars. Ooh, if I got a star, I could get Pierce Armor. Come on! Shard and... Oh, I rolled over to a... See, it hit it and rolled it over to a shield, which happens when you really roll dice. But I got that star, so Pierce Armor, forget your defense, take 16. Real good damage there. And Durin Iron Sight, awesome. Now hopefully Nami can finish this. 7 to 21, depending on if you roll a star or not. That's the thing with Risky Strike. Well, we're gonna go Risky Strike and need to see a star for the plus damage. The plus 10 damage. That's not enough. Let's re-roll. It's a low chance, but free action will help. We'll get countered for 5. But that's okay. We'll kill him next turn. I've not seen that either, Panther. That'd be interesting. Another extra action so I could draw some cards. Totally down for that. If I reroll a heart, this would be perfect. Ah, I rolled into it. My bad. Should have rolled away from that die. That's fine. She'll draw cards next turn. Level up! She got a new dice slot, so she'll have an extra die in battle. That'll be really useful. +3 HP, +2 attack, +1 defense, +1 magic attack, +2 magic defense. Oh, the mobile strike Game of War clone. The FF15 New Empire. Yeah, not for me at all. I don't like Game of War. I don't like Mobile Strike. So, yeah, that one's definitely a no for me. And I tried it. I played it a little bit. It was like, yeah, this is... Like, I was excited because I didn't know what it was going to be. Started playing it. It's like, oh, it's a Game of War clone. Absolutely not. Oh, Nami's getting hit for 7. Man, he regained 20 HP with it. He rolled all the health with that. Too bad it's not helping him. He was that fool. Any good free FF games? Brave Exvius, that we just talked about on mobile. Again, especially like right now. If not on mobile, you can try Mobius, which I still play because it's on Steam now and it's free. It was a mobile game. It's just that you can play it on Steam now. Since I've been playing so much Exvius, I haven't played Mobius as much. But it's pretty good. Yeah, Final Fantasy Mobius. Again, it started on phone. Is it offline? I don't think you can play it offline. It's like a mobile game. I think you have to be connected to the internet. I haven't played it in a while. There you go. Yeah, listen to Maze for that. I've not tried it, but I definitely trust him. Walkthrough is a free MMO that plays like Final Fantasy Tactics. Really? I haven't heard of that one. I don't really play MMOs anymore. To be fair, I think you told me about that a long time ago, Fade, and I just forgot. You know me. Not good at remembering things. Hit you with heartless cruelty. Reroll, try to get some cards. I'm pretty sure you did, Fade, and I'm like, it's an MMO. And that's just on me. Just because I don't really play MMOs that much anymore. I could try to blitz. I just don't want to pull the rest of the mooks. It's just not something I want to do. Let's draw cards. Drew another blitz. I wonder if you can double curse. Instead, we're going to go down here. Compassion. Roll for cards. Didn't get any. Heal. Ah, you're gonna make everybody discard a card. Lame. Alright, what'd everybody lose? Lost a quick draw, lost a will to live, lost Ruiner. Alright. Uh-oh! Reinforcements from behind. There they are! Enemy kids, family kids crossing our turf. Whole Black Fang army coming down here. Don't let him escape! Okay, well let's deal with the mooks from behind. Oh man, only 2 cards. Iron Sight. What all we get? Pierce. Plus 2 damage, plus 2 damage, plus what? Plus 5 damage and pierce armor. Take 20. Awesome shot. Cool. How many cards do you have in your hand? How many? 5. All the blitz, which is awesome. Can you kill? Maybe. Okay, let's do this. We're going to move here and draw cards because Bryce needs cards. We're going to hit you from behind for the extra damage. And get a free action. Too bad they don't double up the free actions. Yeah, that's a shame. You can only get 1 free action. But I'll use the action to draw cards. Like, if you roll 2 free actions, you don't get 2 actions. You only get 1 free action. 2 more. Okay. Iron Sight and a quick draw. See ya, sailor. You jump up here. Okay, good. And you're gonna draw them here. You're gonna guard. Plus 3 damage. Dagger throw, 1 to 9. Only did 2. Healed that 20 HP. Because they have a 2 heart on their cards to be able to heal 10 HP. Or on their dice, I mean. To heal 10 HP. And then if they roll it twice, you're gonna dagger throw. You rolled much higher for 6. And then y'all are going to move forward. Any more? No. If there were more, I was just going to bolt for the exit. If I jump down... Oh, man. Okay. Quick draw. Shoot them both. Reroll you. Ah! Almost landed on the card. Yeah, the stream's going to end after this mission. Which is sad because it's exactly where I got playing on my own. And I'm not going to get to play any more of this today. I need to go record stuff for all of you now that I'm feeling better. I could Heartless Cruelty them both, but I want to do damage. If they were in a line... Reroll. Plus damage, take 19. Level up! Level 5 for Bryce. 3 HP, 2 attack, 2 defense, 3 magic attack, 2 magic defense, and a new dice slot. Yeah, Mobius is free to play. Like, it's just like every other mobile game. You can pay money to go a heck of a lot faster. It's like every other free-to-play game, but you can play it for free. Just when they have like an event or something going on, you want to try to take advantage of it and get as much free stuff as you can. I really need an extra action. Didn't get it. Darn. Hit. Now this guy definitely gets to do stuff. Discard a card. Well, I don't want to discard a card. You know? Better than damage. Lost Compassion, lost the will to live, lost Heartless Cruelty. Yeah, lost the will to live. Lost a will to live card. Ugh, take 6. Wait, these enemies are tough. Like I said, I struggled here playing on my own. Struggled on this mission. Just because there's a lot of enemies. Oh, you have a ranged attack. Nami takes 5. Does she have another will to live card in her hand? Yes, she has 2. Okay. She's gonna heal herself. That's what she's gonna do with her turn. And draw a card. Draw 2 cards. Because free action. Okay. Can't kill. Can you kill with the spell? Absolutely. Oh, we're gonna do that. Use Ruiner. Boom! Hop, hop. There we go, there's a compassion. I'm gonna have him heal. Heal what's left for the group. Heal whatever damage they're gonna take this turn. Oh, drew cards, okay. You're gonna heal Bryce. That's what you're gonna do with your turn. The glowing yellow spots over here, love. This is where we need to get to. This is the exit. Nice, Panther. I hope you have a lot of fun with that. Heal the group, even though Bryce is the only one that needs to be healed. Get in the habit now of oh, draw 2 cards, yes. And you can see 2 compassions, awesome. He only has 1 more card in the deck. After he draws that, the deck will reshuffle. Plus 3 HP, plus 2 attack, plus 1 defense, plus 1 magic attack, plus 1 magic defense. Hey, remember that move he said that he's close to learning? And that the guards are going to be shaking their boots once he knows it? Guess what? It's an actual card. He now knows Bullet Hell, and he has a new dice slot unlocked. Yeah, it's a super nice touch. I agree, love. I feel the same way, Panther. But I'd still like to try it. just to mess around on it. Actually, a friend of mine said it felt a lot like Destiny 1, just upgraded graphics and everything. Yeah, he finally learned Bullet Hell like he wanted to do in the story. Exactly. That's such a great touch. I loved that. Can you reach him? Sure can. Okay, well, we're gonna get rid of that guard. Bye. Yeah, take 24. Yeah, I do exactly as you said, Ryuji. I like he said he wanted to learn Bullet Hell. It makes the skill seem more special because he mentioned it. Yeah, like it's just a really nice touch. Okay. In fact, we're not even going to take any damage. We're going to use drew one of the knives out. Go ahead and use it now. You're dead regardless. I'm going to try to get an extra action by rolling a Thunderbolt. Got it! Nice! Free action. Get out. And because I like Nami a lot, just the way she plays in her cards so far, she's level 6. New card unlocked. Blend into Darkness. 4 HP, 2 attack, 2 defense, 2 magic attack, 1 magic defense, and plus 0.1 counter attack. With that extra action, we'll draw cards. She's almost to the bottom of her deck, so she'll be reshuffling here soon. Look at that counter attack. 14-15. Because of all the cards in her hand. And she just leveled up to get better plus counterattack, so all the more she got out of it. She's already level 6, so I'm going to use Quick Draw with Pester and get him some extra EXP here. Again, we'll go for the plus card. We don't need the damage. Didn't get it. That's alright. Then you get 16 more EXP. And Bryce is going to draw cards. Obviously. Ruiner and a Damned. Alright. Nami has 6 cards in her hand. I don't want to lose Blitz. She can start pulling these last Black Fang members. 0 to 8, taking 4. Not bad. I'll just have Pester heal her up. Zero to 6. Nothing! Thanks, guarding. I like that the guard command, so far, I can feel the difference when a character is guarding. That plus defense they get makes a big difference. Let's turn the camera around here. But I say, pretty sure he's in range. Plus 2 cards. I'll take that. Take 20. Draw 2 cards. 2 Leech. She hasn't drawn Leech that much, so I was kind of figuring those should be coming up soon. You know, Nami can take a hit. We're just going to get rid of this Black Fang with Pester. Draw a card. Let's re-roll these just because. Oh, knocked over the card. Darn. I know people have complained about that. About knocking over the dice when you re-roll. And I could see how that could be annoying, but to me, I've played so many dice games, like just board dice games with my friends, that I guess I'm used to that happening. If she rolls just perfect, he's dead. Instead, we'll just throw knives. Take 16. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to have Pester heal. See, she only got 60 XP from that hit because she's higher than the enemy. Yeah, I'm going to have Pester heal for EXP. And then I'm going to have Bryce get the kill. Because they need they could use the EXP. So I'm going to move Nami up here. Draw cards. So she drew that one card, and then you reshuffle and draw. So whenever the deck runs out, you're just going to reshuffle, and you start over again. Like, I love that. I was really afraid with the card when the first time I saw I was running out of cards. That's like, oh, there it is. That's what I'm not going to like about this game. Once I run out of cards, I'm out of moves. Like, I thought they might go that route. I am so pleased they didn't. Now you just reshuffle your deck, start drawing skills again. I'm so happy they went that route. Like, I cannot tell you how ecstatic I was when I saw reshuffle. And I'm going to go ahead and start heading this way. Well, can't use Ruiner. Well, I can use Ruiner. We'll just go this way. Yeah, the stream's almost over anyway, Fade. I usually go 3 hours. I'm just finishing this mission. Thanks for dropping by, buddy. Again, all of you, check out Faderade. I'll put a link to it after this battle, and check out my friend Fade's playthrough of it. He did like a 2.5-hour stream of Children of the Zodiarcs. Do that, and check out his main channel, Fade Dragon Tier, where he does anime reviews and like top 10 lists and other stuff. And hit. We got away. Fate's dealt the Fang a bad hand today. Victory! Don't even have to escape. Got a That was good. Got rid of all the enemies. Nami didn't get a... It's a lot of damage on that die, but then it's curse. I don't like that. Bryce, in my personal playthrough, Nami got great dice. And now she's not getting as good dice. Bryce is getting fantastic dice. To me, because I like draw cards. I like those. Oh yeah! Did you see that? Whole Shambo's gonna be talking about it. Guess we're famous now, Nami.
Yay! Another bounty on our heads. Now the Black Fang wants us dead. Come on, let's get this relic back to Zershov before anyone else decides to join the party.
Skirmishes, and one last thing before I end the stream. Skirmishes are now unlocked. Skirmishes are now available on the world map. These battles take place outside the story and are ideal for gathering new dice and experience. Fight as many of these encounters as you like by selecting their icons on the world map. More difficult elite skirmishes will sometimes appear. Engage them at your own risk, for these battles will truly test your team and tactical skill. You can now do skirmishes, where you play on the map that that story mission was on, but it's just for EXP. You get EXP, you get dice after the battle. It's your grinding spots for things. I love that they give you a chance to grind. It's cool. Didn't we just kill the, quote, entire Black Fang army, unquote? What threat could they be now? I don't know, Mace. That's a good point. Yeah, I'm just really glad they reshuffled the deck with no penalties. Like, I think that's... I like that a lot. Which makes how you make your deck even more important to me. But skirmishes are where you go to grind. You get dice, you can get EXP for characters. So if you're having problems with the story mission, go run some skirmishes. Get some extra EXP. Maybe a card will level up when you level up. You'll get maybe an additional dice slot that may help you. Or you just maybe get some better dice after the battle is over. One last thing. I'll go over the new... Oh, Bryce is only level 5. See... Oh, so is Pester. See, I may go get them. They're close to level 6. Get them to level 6 before the next story mission. You know, stuff like that. You just decide. Nami's new card is Blend in Darkness. This is exactly as far as I got playing personally. So now you've seen it. As much as the game as I've seen. Blend in the Darkness gives Nami Shroud. It's basically... stealth. While she's shrouded, her next attack is increased by 30%. A very rogue thing to do. The next attack against her, if she doesn't use it up by attacking, if she's attacked instead, it removes Shroud, but it does nothing. So it's like a dodge. Excuse me. Shroud is also lost if playing any card, but will trigger all if shrouded effects on the card. So some cards will probably do more if she's shrouded. So it's basically taking a turn to prep, and then you probably get some really cool effects. Also, while shrouded, this is really interesting. The cards of all nearby enemies will be revealed, so you could see what's in their hand. I think that could be really useful for some boss fights that may come later in the game. Anyway, you can put up to 5 in your deck. Pester learned Bullet Hell. Here's Bullet Hell. It is a cone attack. You put up to 5 in your deck. You get that extra shard die, but it's just the amount of targets you could hit with Bullet Hell is awesome, because you get that cone effect. So from whichever direction you face, whichever direction you're going to attack from, the square directly in front of you, and then the next row 3 squares, and then the next row 5. It's that cone attack. Yeah, new meaning to spray and pray. Yeah, that's really cool. I look forward to using this skill, because I haven't used it yet. Just being able to get that. Like, sometimes the enemy isn't quite right for the cross, or isn't quite right for that line. This, you've got a lot of room to play with. The only problem with Bullet Hell is maybe having allies in the target area. So you got to be careful exactly how you place people and where you place Pester. But you could get a lot of targets in one go. You can put 5 of those in your deck, up to 5. And Bryce does not have a new card yet. We can put a new... So you see, instead of just rolling 2 dice plus whatever is on the card, extra dice, Nami will now roll 3. She has that extra dice slot. So we'll choose... Don't have a lot of great dice because of the curse. I don't want to deal with that. We'll go with that, with the 2 stars on it. Bryce got amazing cards. +2, +2, 2 stars. She doesn't need stars yet for her abilities. But let's go with this one. And yeah, we'll use that one because I don't want that scared me. That's probably discard a card. For each curse card rolled, yeah, the hero discards 1 card from their hand. Don't want that. See, each curse shard decreases strength of attacks and healing. Cursed stars take away stars, so you don't get your special effects. Skulls are the opposite of hearts. Instead of healing 5 HP, you take 5. And if you roll a cursed card, you discard a card. So yeah, I definitely don't want that. That's the opposite of what I want. I haven't saved yet, but you pull up the pause menu, and that's where you save. The game does have autosave, as you can see up there. And you can also suspend your save. You also get 4 save spots. So you can see I played it a little bit when the game first came out. And then promptly fell back asleep because of sickness. I'll save down here. And that is going to do it for this stream. That is a 3-hour first look of Children of the Zodiarcs. I got through it much faster than that, just playing by myself. Here I'm doing all the VA, I'm explaining things, I'm, talking with chat, all that. I got through the first, like, four story mission stages in, I'd say, about an hour and a half, so about half the time, just playing by myself. And thoroughly enjoyed it. If this interested you at all, throw it on your wish list. If you don't have the $16 for the game right now, I understand, trust me. The only reason I was able to grab Children of the Zodiarcs was because of you awesome people on Patreon. And I knew I wanted to show it off to some degree, so I picked it up. So thank you very much. If you enjoyed this first look at stuff, please like the video. Let me know in the comments, because I'm going to throw this up on YouTube, what you think of the game, and whether you're going to pick it up for yourself. And especially let me know if you're watching this on YouTube, you take the time to watch the stream, you're super interested in it. Let me know if you would like to see me play more of this. I'm going to play it on my own regardless, but if I get a lot of feedback of people wanting to watch me play this, I may do some additional looks at the game. We'll see. The current plan is I just want to do this first look of Children of the Zodiarcs for all of you to look at. Monday, those of you in chat, the few of you that are here left, some people skipped out. It's Friday, I understand. Skipped out, started their weekend a little early today. The next stream will be Monday. We're going to start the After Years, which is Final Fantasy IV, the After Years. We're going to start it. This weekend, as long as, again, I don't regress in how I'm feeling, that the medicine does what it's supposed to. Look for Wild Arms 3. That will start. Look for more Dead Effect, more Last Stream World Unknown, and patron people, Solar Rebirth. That's my #1 priority as of this moment, is to start Solar Rebirth for all of you, Final Fantasy 2. So watch Patron, watch your Patron account. That will start showing up on that page, the main page. We'll figure out how all that works, because I've not done anything like that yet. That'll be a lot of fun. Look for that this weekend. And also look for another first look this weekend that I'm going to be doing with Knight. I got another code for a game that sounds interesting to me. That's probably going to not be kind to me because of its genre. But I'm so thrilled to be getting these early access codes and getting a chance to show all of you different types of games, and maybe one will spark something inside of you, be like, oh man, I didn't know about this game, but now I really want it, and then gives you another game to pick up for yourself, and a game for you to play and hopefully have a ton of fun with. It brings me a lot of joy getting these opportunities to show these games off for all of you, and maybe give you something you can pick up yourself. If nothing else, it's another project that you all can watch and have some fun with just watching the video. But it's a great honor for me to be getting these and giving you a chance to find out a little bit about these games. I love being able to bring this kind of service to all of you. So take a look at that. It'll be another first look. I need to start a first look playlist for all of you to enjoy. I'm not going to say the game or anything, just that'll be up sometime this weekend, and you can look for that as well. So yeah, it's going to be a super busy weekend starting right after I end this stream for me, but I hope all of you have a great weekend, a lot of fun, and enjoy the videos that I come out with this weekend. Until whatever it is you watch next, or Monday, if you're here for the start of Final Fantasy IV The After Years, I hope to see a lot of you all there. I'm Cendril 9. Remember to shoot for the stars, and take care, everyone.